Fish that I like. Piranha, cod, whales. That's the fish, right? Not the place. I mean the area, not the place, it's a fish. I'll put myself up there. Oh yeah, and mackerels. And fish that I don't like. Chub, bass, any green fish, like green bottles, octopus and squid. And the reasons I like these ones are, cod is great to eat. You can have it with chips if you want, or you can have it with peas. You can even have it on its own. And it's quite cheap, considering that it's dead, right? And whales are very big. It's about it for whales, really. Oh, and they've got a great hole in the top of their head that they can spray water with. And mackerels are great swimmers. Well, all fish have to be, really, otherwise they just go and drown, right? But mackerels are especially great, otherwise how come they ain't extinct? And if you notice the ones that I don't like, right, they've all got one thing in common, haven't they? Can you spot it? That's right, they're all crap. But, you see, good fish or bad fish, they're all fish, aren't they? And that's it, mainly.
Right. My name's Vic, okay? Shut up. My name's Vic, okay? And I've got a couple of it's probably a waste of time. Right. Got a couple of poems here. I don't know if any of you are into poetry at all. Shut up! Right. But if you're not into poetry, then you've come to the wrong place. Right. Pardon? Right. No, pretty angry poems. And the first poem's one of my angriest of all, and it's called Theatre. Right. That's got him. Theatre! What are you, theatre? Whenever I'm near to the theatre, I... Shut up! Whenever I'm near to the theatre, I ask myself this question. I don't know. Perhaps I should ask Vanessa Redgrave. But I don't know Vanessa Redgrave. And neither do you, theatre. Now we're talking. Theatre! Why are you theatre? Whenever I meet a friend in the theatre, I... Shut up! I ask him this question with my eyes. He sighs, and he replies like all the other guys. I don't know. Ask Vanessa Redgrave. But I don't know Vanessa Redgrave. And neither do you, theatre. Theatre. Are you theatre? Total. Whenever I carry my spear-ter, the theatre, to do Hamlet, I ask it this question. It says nothing. Except, I don't know! Ask Vanessa Redgrave! But I don't know Vanessa Redgrave! And neither do you, theatre. Or do you? Don't clap! You're so hypocritical. Right, I just got time for one more. Right. This is an angry love poem that I've written, and it's called Vanessa. Shut up! Vanessa, I don't see anything funny about that. Right. Do you want to come down here and read a poem? Do I love you, Vanessa? 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 Vanessa, do you love me? Vanessa, you've made a mess of my life, Vanessa. Shut up! Where do I find the key? Whenever I see the tulips, I think of your tulips. Your tulips. Except that they are not yellow. But at least they are tulips, not 3. Shut up! Who needs you? Vanessa, I shall go to my grave with a bleeding heart. But at least it will be a red grave. Shut up! Or will it? Shut up. Right, have you learned something?
Good evening, my name's Kevin Turvey. And as you can see, they spelt my name completely wrong. No, that's all right, that's okay. I'm in a bad mood anyway. Been in a bad mood for most of the day, actually. All day, you could say. Well, except I was asleep for a bit of the day at the beginning of the day, but ever since I woke up, right, this afternoon. Right, I woke up at 2 o'clock this afternoon, right? Had a bit of a rave last night. Know what I mean? I woke up, got out the bath, washed all the sick off my legs, like, you know how you do, thought I better have a bit of breakfast, like, because my stomach's completely empty. Well, apart from intestines, and bile juice and, them yak down there. So I went down to the kitchen, right? That's where I normally have my breakfast, It's got all the gear in there, all the forks and stuff. Yeah, no, as I've been there, I've seen it. So that's where I went, like, I went down the stairs. Well, we got these stairs in our house that attaches the first floor, to the bottom floor. No, it's still convenient, like, where it saves all that trouble of, like, getting out the window and shinning down the drain pipe, breaking into the kitchen window, going in and doing it all in there. It's a waste of time. So I use the stairs anyway, as per usual. Got down to the kitchen, I thought, what shall I have? I thought I'll have bacon crisps this morning. Well, not all of the packet, just a few, right? So I was sitting there, had a few crisps, and when I don't know how many, about 15 or 16 crisps. Well, I wasn't counting, Well, you don't, do you? Not unless you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, just had a few crisps. There was this knock at the door. I thought, that's the front door, right? You know how you do. So I ran down to the edge of my house, right, where I keep my front door. And, them little roundy things you can get to stick in the front door? You can look through them, right, and everything looks really big on the outside, right? Well, I haven't got one of them. No, I haven't. I've been there. I've seen it. I know. So I had to open the door. I opened the door, right? Normal, nothing special about that. Just a bit of hand movement. There's this bloke standing outside. Well, I think it was a bloke anyway. Looked a bit like Oliver Reed. And Oliver Reed's a bloke, isn't he? So I put 2 and 2 together and I thought, he's a bloke. Apart from he was wearing this long lady's nightie, right? White nightie. And he had these 2 wings on his back, right? And this sort of coat hanger stuck down the back with a roundy bit like that, right? And he's standing there like this. Sort of, how the fuck do I know pose? Only more holy than that, Well, a bit more holy than that. I says, I thought, fuck me. It's the TV licence, man. No, I haven't got a TV licence. I haven't even got around to getting a TV yet. I will, though, I will. So he says, Kevin Turvy? I said, no. Mate. And he says, oh, what's your name then? I said, it's, Mary. He says, oh, great, I've been looking for you. I've got a message for you from God, right? I said, oh, great. He says, God wants you to get a hold of a donkey, right? And ride it to Birmingham, to the municipal kennels. Right? He wasn't kidding. And sit in the kennels there for 9 months until you has a baby. And I want you to call the baby, Baby Jesus. And your name will be lauded and magnified forevermore. I said, how much? He says, 50 quid. I said, fuck off. I ain't got that kind of money. Well, I have. You know, I've got that kind of money, but I just haven't got that amount, you know. It's like a bit of a white lie, you might say. So I said, oh, no, I haven't got that kind of money, mate. And before I did anything else, he rolled up his hand into a fist and smacked into my front door. Well, luckily he was a crap aim. He completely missed my front door, you know. It wasn't marked at all, but he knocked about 5 of my teeth down my throat there, like this. No, it was terrible. And he started laughing like a maniac, like Jack Nicholson in The Shining. Only, well, he didn't have an axe, you know. This bloke had a fucking great shotgun. And suddenly I realised, I thought, I know what his game is. And I was just about to tell him, right, that I didn't need any Tupperware, right? Well, I don't, you know, I've got the whole set. I've got the whole set except for them long, thin bits, you know, with the holes in. They're used to grate carrots, you see. I don't need one of them because I don't like carrots. I don't, and I don't care if they do help you see in the dark, mate. We got light bulbs round our place. So don't go around telling me what to have for me tea, and I won't go around treating you dog's mess and walking it all over your new carpet that you just had hoovered as a treat, mates. Never mind, it's not important, that be. But I was just about to tell him that he was wasting his time Tupperware-wise, right? But I realised I'd forgotten how to talk. I was not capable of speech. I'd not forgotten. I mean, it's not a big surprise, you know. I wasn't very surprised. Well, I learned 20 years ago, you know. It's ages ago that I learned how to do it. So I was just standing up, not saying anything. Then he moved his arm and his fist like out of my throat. And I remembered how to talk. I said, I don't want no Tupperware! Don't give me no more, mate! He was leaning on my chest like, and he got up, pointed his shotgun at my, at my bollock. And he says, listen, Mary. I said, eh? Oh, yeah. He says, listen, Mary, if you want to have any more kids, then you better not give me any more of your lip. I said, you got half of it wrapped in your fist anyway. And from what I hear, having a kid costs 50 quid, so you can forget it, mate. And that's when I must have fallen asleep, like, really suddenly. Because I woke up 3 hours later with this stabbing pain in my head. And I must have gone strangely sleepwalking, very carelessly, like. Because when I woke up, I'd lost all my money, I'd lost my watch, and this is a spare watch. And I lost my new anorak, and so I went into the kitchen looking for them, right? Now that's why I'm wearing my cardigan. I'm sure it's desperately funny, isn't it, mate? And that's when the phone went. This is black from here, this is black Andy de la Towers. It was. He was phoning out, and I picked up the phone, he says, Kevin Turvey. I said, yeah. He says, where the fuck are you? I said, I'm at home standing next to my telephone, mate. He said, just get down here and stop being funny or I'll call the police. I said, do you mean sting? He said, you're trying to be funny. I said, yeah, but you told me to try and be funny. Forget that one. So here's my joke for Nicaragua, whoever he is. Nick? Nick, what is the similarity, right? No, that's not it. What's the similarity between Lech Walesa and Menachem Begin? They've both got foreign names. Thank you and good night.
Now, as you know, American political candidates are very often surrounded by show business megastars who campaign for them. Carter has Jane Fonda and Muhammad Ali. Reagan has Sinatra, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis, and of course Dicky Gurgenstein. Now, it so happens that Dicky is in Britain on a whirlwind tour, and he can't be with us tonight, but he came to the studio earlier this afternoon to record his act. So, how do you introduce a show business legend, Dicky Gurgenstein?
Friday night, Saturday morning. Hey, it's good to see you guys again. How come you didn't keep in touch? Hey, with friends like you, who needs pajamas? Big one. Hey, we're gonna do some cooking here tonight. Hey, you like the shreds? Huh? The wife says, what you wearing that tie for? I says, honey, you drove the car into the wall. You tell me. Huh? Big one. All right. Dick has arrived. Hey, let's see what's in the audience here tonight. Woo, hey, you're looking very good. Yeah. If you'll held hands, you look like a fence. Okay, Dickie, don't play with the food. Woo, is that your dress or have you got a nosebleed? What's happening? Hey, is that chicken you're eating? Chicken. Yeah, my mother liked chicken. Yeah, she lived to be 83. Mind you, she had a gallbladder as big as a house. All right, settle down, this isn't a drugstore. Hey, but you know, golf's a funny thing. Sinatra stopped me in the street yesterday. He says, hey, Dickie. I says, hey, Frank. You got it. Hey, Frank. He says, hey, Dickie, I hear you work in Schwarz's. How's the food? I said, Frank, where you been? Mexico? Huh? You don't eat it, you don't taste it. Anchors away, my boy. Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, Achtung, just got a telegram. They want me in Vegas. I said, my name's Gurgenstein, not Burgerstein. Hey, hold back, I'm cooking. Ow, 3rd degree. Hey, insulation's really great, huh? The wife had the kids wrapped in it. I says, how do we know which way they're facing? She says, what's it to you? You work for a living, you tell me. Am I right? Huh? Okay, showtime. Hey, spot this one. Huh? Lena Horne. You got it. Who is that in the cockpit? Toulouse-Lautrec or what? Long distance calling Dickie. This is overseas. Overseas? Take that. Taxi. Hey, what's happening? Hey, this guy stopped me in the street yesterday. He says, hey, Dickie, how come a guy like you's in show business? Huh? I said, listen, buddy, if your mouth was where your brain was, you'd have teeth in the back of your neck. Huh? Boom! Zoom! Oh! Boom! Nose dive! Hilfa! Who's that down there? How come a guy like you's in show business? Alright. Hey, listen, I'm gonna hand you back to a lady who needs no introduction. Huh? So I'm not gonna give her one. Harry, Carry, Savage, Dicky, and watch the low ones, and make mine a double. Whoa, hey, another big one. Who let the Luftwaffe in? Huh? Big one, what's happening? Okay, now, I want to thank you all for being a very wonderful audience. Very wonderful audience, and remember, if you're driving home tonight, be sure and buckle the kids in. Because the Zazus are out, and they mean business. All right, buddy, count the corpses. Ba 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 ba, woo woo woo.
Dicky Gurgenstein there, Reagan's answer to Billy Carter. Now,
Thank you very much. Before we go on with the proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to give you a little contortionism. Microphone. Pardon? Microphone.
Microphone, sorry.
Put it straight.
Put it straight.
Straighter.
Straight.
That's what I call straight.
First of all, okay.
Stand up straight.
I'm standing up.
Stand up straighter.
Ready? Okay.
Right.
Yeah. 3, 4.
Get it!
Go, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome to the table.
I'll do the talking, all right? Face the wall.
Face the wall.
Face the wall. Don't give you a moment.
Ready? Okay.
Stand up straight. Steady. Ready? I'll do the talking, all right? 3, 4. Get it, ladies and gentlemen, we are the Dangerous Brothers.
Ah, dangerous brother.
I told them.
Oh, good.
My name is Richard Dangerous, and this is Avian Dangerous. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Unusually dangerous, I think you'll agree. We'd like to start this evening with a little joke. Joke!
Okay. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Open the door.
Open the door,
Open the door, please. I want to come in.
Open the door, please. I want to come in.
You just open the flopping door.
Just open the flopping door,
What?
Skippy, I'll tell the gooseberry joke.
What's the gooseberry joke?
What's green and hairy and goes up and down?
What?
A gooseberry in a lift. It kills them. I'll tell you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to tell the gooseberry joke.
But how does a gooseberry get into a lift?
Beg your pardon.
I said, how does a gooseberry get into a lift?
How the plop do I know?
It just seems a bit improbable.
Well, maybe somebody brought it into the lift. How the hell do I know? Do I have to say everything?
Supposing somebody brings it in. Supposing somebody brings a gooseberry into a lift, how's he going to press the buttons? It's a blobbing gooseberry.
I know it's a blobbing gooseberry.
Bastard!
Or maybe it's got little gooseberry arms or something to press the buttons.
Gooseberries do not have any arms.
Oh, how many gooseberries do we know?
3!
That's a lie! That's a lie! It's not true!
Bloody 3!
All right, if you know 3 gooseberries, let's have the names. Let's have the names of these 3 gooseberries you're so familiar with.
Names?
Names!
Now, take your time.
Derek Gooseberry.
That is a lie.
That's not true. You made that up on the spot on the map. All right, if Derek Gooseberry exists, go and get him. Let's see your friend Derek. Go and get him. Get along. Shall give you a moment.
And Derek! Oh. He's got a headache.
Oh, he's got. That's very convenient, isn't it?
A bit, yeah.
Well, has he got the arms?
No, he's got prop all arms.
So how's he going to press the buttons?
Exactly.
All right, maybe he jumps up and nutted a button.
He's got prop all legs either.
Well, maybe he fell off a gooseberry bush.
What, a gooseberry bush is just growing in a lift, I suppose.
No man brings a gooseberry bush into the lift.
Why?
Because he wants to have a baby.
In the lift?
No, he's got a lady with him, and they're going upstairs to play babies. So they've got a gooseberry bush with them, but it's a rubber gooseberry bush.
Why?
It's a contraceptive gooseberry bush.
They said they're going to have a baby.
No, they don't want to have a baby. And they're going upstairs trembling with fright in case they conceive.
Ah, right.
Which shakes the gooseberry bush, and the gooseberry gets dislodged, hits a button, and the lift goes up.
It's amazing.
I'll tell it. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to tell the gooseberry joke. What is it? I told him. Right, okay. What is it when there's a man and a lady who don't want to have a baby, but they want to do the bits upstairs, they want to play babies, so they've got a rubber gooseberry bush, which is trembling with fright, because they're trembling with fright, and shaking the gooseberry bush, which shakes a gooseberry off, hits one of the buttons, and the lift goes up and down.
Goes up and down.
What's that? A gooseberry! Yeah!
Toby's crap today.
What do you mean that there's a war film on in a bit? Bandits at 5 o'clock.
Nice bandits at 5 o'clock, more likely. I'll see these Hollywood poops go through what I went through.
What did you go through?
What didn't I go through?
No, what did you go through?
I'm talking about what I didn't go through.
Well, what wasn't it then?
I'd rather not talk about it if you don't mind, Kevin.
All right.
But when you faced a tank with nothing more to defend yourself than a chair, then you'll understand.
Understand what?
Understand what it is to look death straight in the eye.
Well, I've been run over as well. What, by a tank? Well, neither of you bastard bogey.
Well, I would have done. I hadn't run away.
Run away? I was surprised you could run at all. I expect the word that you was looking for was bottled.
Listen, mate. I'm a human spring. This is all muscle, you know. Just doesn't happen to be tensed at the moment, that's all.
It's probably a good job. If you tense that much, you break your neck.
Listen, mate, when I was in the army, I could run upstairs. That's how fit I was. Did you see these?
No.
Did you see these?
Yes.
These aren't hands, these are killing machines.
Killing machines.
Yeah, if I had a gun in either of these, you'd be a dead man.
Shut up. Look, do you want to watch the film or not?
I don't care. Do you know what I miss most about the army?
What?
Sitting in my own mess.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to a very good friend of mine. I just call him Mitch.
I know everyone's been wondering, what's good old Mitch doing on a program that's really just to give the chicks a chance? Well, I'm here to talk about sexism and why I'm a feminist. And this is strictly for the guys. So, hey, girls, why don't you just fix some drinks, get sexy, because when I finish with your fella, he's going to know how to treat you. The joy of sex, I was a technical advisor. Yeah? Okay, guys, I'm a feminist. For me, there's no sex war. When I'm with a chick, we don't have time to fight. I mean, women are not our servants anymore. If we want them to still do those special little things for us, we have to give them something in return. And hey, guys, maybe that thing could be called love, respect, a little help with the housework. Okay, so it's easy for Mitch. He's got all the best chicks. And anyway, he can probably afford to pay for some old bag to come in and wipe up after him. But let me tell you, I would never pay for anyone to come and look after my home. Because in the long run, if a doll cares enough for a guy, she'll wipe. I mean, that's why I really understand when I see Vicky and her little chums putting effort into ensuring that tarts are taken seriously. But believe me, girls, I already take you seriously. Where does all my money go? I mean, come on, girls. A guy who's thinking about renting a video does not spend money on something he doesn't respect. I mean, come on, guys. And this is coming from a fella who rents colour. Don't you really love to see a really neat chick walking down the street and you just know she's not wearing a bra? Well, that's what Women's Lib has done for us, okay? So don't knock it. Okay, so most hardline feminists are dykes. And yeah, maybe a few of them could do with a shave. But why let the ugly ones spoil it for everyone? Christ, you know that Vicky has written plays? But she's doing something. So that's why, if ever I see a guy being sexist to a chick, I just feel like taking him apart bit by bit. And that's coming from a fellow who's done 3 years jiu-jitsu. I mean, like the other day, yeah? I've been out drinking on business with this yank. I told a couple of chicks to turn up later for some fun. Well, if you can't relax, what's the point in earning a lot of money? Now, all right, I'd had a couple, maybe 10 or 12 special brews, a couple of vodkas, but I wasn't affected. And the stripper had just finished her act. Now, hey, there's nothing sexist about stripping. There's just some chicks who don't want to get married. It's a woman's right to choose. Anyway, she was Swedish. But this big drunken lug just tried to reach out and grab her. I mean, phew. Well, I just wrapped a bottle around his face. And I said, the hospitals are full of sexists like you. Then I looked at the stripper. She looked at me and... Well, it's a long story, guys. But virtue has its own reward. I mean, just because I'm a feminist doesn't mean I don't get plenty. I mean, I'm not a queer. So remember, guys, it isn't that hard to say feminism.
Oh, next! Not women.
Men.
No, not women by the name of Arthur.
Men called Arthur.
Women's name.
Men called Stephanie.
Nearly. And next, sold in shops.
Guernseys. Halloween masks. Snuff.
They have padlocks.
Handcuffs.
No, children have them.
Toy handcuffs.
No, they get them for Christmas.
Things a child might possibly ask for from the back of Santa's sleigh.
Nearly.
Selection box.
Next, you plug it in.
A hairdryer.
Bigger.
Salon hairdryer.
Nearer the ground.
Electric chair.
Next, brands of the colour.
Stove. Placenta.
I might say they've a bolt into you.
Ow, I've just had that arm vaccinated. Where did you go for your holidays?
Next, I'm one.
Twat.
Now for some live theatre, an act which goes by the intriguingly meaningless title of 20th Century Coyote.
Do you mind? We're trying to get into character. We'll be out in a minute. Can you hang on? Good grief.
I can't go on like this. But I can go on like this. Sit here, old man.
Chair. They put a chair, they're checking for. Well, then sit in the bloody thing.
What does your watch say?
My watch says tick-tock, and we'll go on saying tick-tock until there's no one left with to say tick-tock too.
What's the bloody time?
The big hand is on the 3, the little hand is on the 2.
Old man. Good. 6:30. It is time.
Yes, it is time.
Go. Leave me. Why does he always go?
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be the same as today, except that it'll be Saturday. It's multicolored swap shop.
Yeah. Bastards.
How long have we been here?
Piano! As long as I can remember, old man.
And how long is that?
I forget. I can't say that's just ridiculous. These people have paid their license money. I can't do this kind of. This is my. All right, fine, good. All right, fine. Go, fine, go. Yeah.
Who are you?
I am the stranger.
But you've been here before.
Oh yes, I'm well known round here. I can't. That's ridiculous. We're trying to do this stuff. I mean, there's 6 million people watching this. All right, fine, good. Well, all right, it's your program, fine, good, fine. Yes, let's just get on with it, right? We'll get the money, it's fine. Okay.
And what is it that you want?
I want the answer, old man.
Have you the question?
Yeah, Nicholas, I'll go and get it.
Go. Leave me. Why don't you go?
I have the question.
Good. Give it to me. I can't read this.
Why not?
I'm blind. Read it to me.
What?
Are you deaf?
Yes. Shall I read it to you?
Yes, read the question.
Here it is, old man. How many bees in cabbage?
What?
2 bees or or not two Bs? That is the question. Yeah.
I told you they wouldn't like it. This is the last time I'm ever going to work for the BBC.
I think that's fairly obvious.
You know you just broke my contact lenses, don't you? That is it.
I saw an old man outside. Well, not so much of an old man, more of a middle-aged man, actually. He had a cabbage. The bastard! Walking along the road as bold as a parrot with a cabbage on a lead. Loony! I confronted him. Middle-aged man, I cried. Why do you walk along the road with a cabbage on a lead? And he looked up at me with little piggy eyes. Bastard. And he said, "It's not a cabbage."
You said it was a collie, didn't you?
Like you...
Hands up, who likes Yugoslavia? Aha! I thought so. Then what have you got against the Yugoslavians?
They eat frogs.
No, that's the French.
What? They eat the French?
No, it's the French that eat the frogs. Well, you know, they eat their legs.
What about the rest of them?
But I don't know.
They probably keep them in little homes.
What?
They probably like keep the frogs in little homes and teach them to walk about on their hands.
What for?
Because they can't make wheelchairs that small.
I bet the Japanese could.
Yeah, but the Japanese don't eat frogs, do they? Now, I'll tell you what they do. They probably make the frogs little tin legs, right, with springs inside them, so as they can bounce about the place and never ever notice that half of them's been eaten.
What a load of bollocks. They'd notice at bedtime, wouldn't they?
No, not if they was on Valium, no.
No, it wouldn't work. No, what they do is, they give all the attendants little catapults, and they could flick the frogs about everywhere, you know, ponds and trees and things, without them having to make any effort, right? So, if one of the frogs should realise he hasn't got any legs, they could just flick it over a wall or something before he let the others know.
Is a phenomenon of the 625 line variety. 9 weeks ago there wasn't a Kevin Turvy, and then suddenly there was. He appeared each week in a programme called Kick Up the 80s, where he became the resident investigative reporter. I think by now he's what they call a cult. People speak like him, they act like him. This is the first time he's agreed to step back into the limelight since the series ended. It's a great pleasure to welcome from Redditch, Kevin Turvy. Hello.
All right, mate?
Fine, thank you. You come from Redditch, but a lot of people say actually that you're a Brum boy. Now, why did they say that, do you think?
Well, they got it wrong.
But why?
Well, because they think I come from Birmingham. But, you see, they must have been wandering around in the bull ring, right, while I was wandering around in the bull ring and thought, that's Kevin Turvey. He must have been born here. So they must have, like, put 2 and 2 together, right, and, like, got the wrong number. I don't know, like 5 or 8 or something. I don't know what number it is.
But when you're wandering now, not in the bull ring, but in Redditch, presumably a lot of people now stare at you.
Yeah, well, that's fame, isn't it? You know, it's on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Around your head, yeah. That's why I got my hair cut. Yeah.
It's cut, is it?
Yeah. I woke up, right, the other day, not today, it was like the other day, and I went into the bathroom, right, thought like I'd clean my teeth, you know, because it was in the morning. So I got out the toothbrush, right, toothpaste, squeezed a bit on, you know, not all of it.
Just a bit. Put the top back and started cleaning my teeth. Right, I just cleaned about 8 or 9 teeth, I think. I wasn't counting anyway, well, you don't, do you? Yes, I don't, anyway. I'd be stupid if you did, eh? Just cleaned a few teeth, right, and I caught my eye in the mirror. It's just there. That's what that scab is. So I picked up the mirror. I thought I might have cut myself while I was cleaning my teeth. So I looked in the mirror, right? And I thought, Turvy, you need a haircut, right? So I went straight downtown. My mate Dave, you see, he cuts hair, right? He's got like a barber's, you know. It's called Monsieur Dave's.
Monsieur Dave?
Yeah, I go there quite a lot. So like I went downtown, you know these new buses, right? The pay-as-you-earn buses, right? If you get on them, right? And you haven't got the right change, they throw you right off. They do. I mean, it didn't matter to me because I go everywhere on my bike, but it's still a thing. Anyway, it's not very far downtown, right? Well, not if you're me. If you're a snail, it's quite far. But I'm not a snail, am I? Who's talking about snails all of a sudden now? But I got to the shop, right, Monsieur Dave's, and guess what?
I can't.
It had disappeared. The whole shop had completely gone. I mean, there's a different shop there now. It was called SAS, right? S-A-S. So, like, I went in, right? The bloke came up to me, he had almost no hair on, a big stick. I thought, great, got the right place, right? So he comes up, he says, all right, Kevin. I says, all right, mate. He says, sit down. So, like, I sat down, because there was loads of chairs there, and he said, sit down anyway. There's no point busying around, is there? I don't think there is. Anyway, then he says, you want to join the SAS then, do you, Kevin? I said, yeah, great, I've always wanted to join them. He says, all right then, well, how good are you at killing people secretly? I said, for all you know, I might be brilliant. I said that to him, me, just straight out of my mouth like that. Brilliant. So then he says, all right then, well, have you got any black clothes and a balaclava? And I ain't got none, you see. But I said, yes. I tricked him. Yeah, I don't mess about, me. Then we practiced jumping off chairs and off tables, right? And so in the end I said, have I got the job then? And he says, aha, it's a government secret. So I don't know if I got the job or not. I think I probably have got it, because like they've stopped me down money. I haven't noticed myself killing any Arabs recently. Unless I did it so secretly that I didn't notice.
Yourself?
Yeah.
Now, because you're so famous now, presumably you can command whatever job you want to do. I mean, you can say to the television companies all over the world, I'm Kevin Turvy.
Yeah.
I can do whatever. What are you doing?
I'm working on a blockbuster at the moment. Blockbuster TV series called Isn't It Dead Interesting About ... That's where you leave the gap for the title, you know, whatever you happen to be investigating.
Like what?
Could be anything, could be fish.
Fish?
Yeah.
But fish don't need it. I mean, how can you investigate fish?
Well, I don't know, I haven't investigated it yet, have I? Russell Harty. I mean, like, last week, right, I investigated royalty, you know, which is kind of tricky, because I don't know any royalty, you know. But I thought, I know, I'll have a garden party, right? But, like, I haven't got a garden round at my place, because I live on the 7th floor, right? Either the 7th or the 9th, I can't remember, because the lift's always so crowded, I can't get to the button, yeah. It's the, I know which button it is, it's the button right next to my nose, right? It's the one that next to the writing that says, well, it's basically about repatriation. I could have had a window box party, but it'd be a bit cramped. I mean, you'd have to only invite ants and, like, king prawns.
King prawns. Let's talk a bit now about romance, because you broadcast fairly frequently about your romantic life.
Yeah.
You talk about the girlfriend you have. Let's talk a bit about her, shall we?
I understood I wasn't going to be asked anything about that.
Well, look, if you engage to come on a programme of this sort, it's kind of...
What does that say, mate?
It says T-R-S-A.
Teresa, that's what that says. I don't re-ink that every morning for nothing, you know.
Well, is that Teresa...
Teresa Kelly, yes.
Precisely. Teresa Kelly. Now, I knew it was Teresa Kelly, so this morning I called a number in Redditch to talk to Teresa Kelly.
Yeah.
She claims she's never heard of Kevin Turvy.
Ah.
Ah.
Yeah, well...
Well... The time is 8:49 for anybody who wants to know on BBC Two. It's back to Citizens Band Radio if he's not coming back.
Some of it was extremely embarrassing. You have people, you know, taking answering the phone.
I'll tell you this, listen, mate. All right, so maybe I don't know Teresa Kelly, maybe I don't know her, but I'll tell you this much. If I was in a car, right, in the middle of the desert, I'm sorry, Mr. Costello, I ain't talking to you, in the middle of the desert, right, and say you're interviewing someone in the desert, right, and you got lost, I don't know, a cactus or something, and so you wanted a lift to the nearest bus station, I'd take you to the wrong one. On purpose. So wrap a bag around that and stick it somewhere.
I think he's summed you up pretty well, really, hasn't he?